Ms. G here, K-5 science teacher and coach from Meriden Public Schools. Just what you want to know. What do teachers do when there is a delay? Oh, it's a super cold day and we have a delay. In grade 5, do you notice those long shadows from the trees? And where is the location of the sun? So I'm thinking that today might be a good day to figure out if I throw water, like everyone's been doing on YouTube, will it instantly freeze on contact? Right now it is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Not as cold as our meteorologists have been saying, but still cold enough. Let's go. I have gathered my materials, poured 2 cups of water, and inserted a thermometer, and I am energizing the water by adding heat. I did some investigating about what other people are trying. In this video, people are pouring icy cold water on top of ice to make it grow. In order for evaporation to occur, the water needs heat. The heat is the energy, and the energy speeds up those particles in there, and they start racing around and zooming around and turning into something really light and airy, and that's the gas. In order for water to be formed, the gas needs to be cooled off, and then it turns back into the droplets. So now I have the solid form of water, ice. In order for ice to form, the water particles must slow down. That means that heat is being removed. So I'm not sure if temperature is going to affect how quickly or if the water will even freeze at all. I'm going to start with a boiling water temperature, and if I need to change the temperature, I will observe if any patterns start to develop. Watching the water boil here, you notice all of this steamy stuff that's coming off the pan. And many people say, oh, the water is evaporating. You can see the bubbles. The water particles are speeding up and getting faster and faster and faster. So now they are turning into water vapor. However, the misty part that you see is not evaporation. It is condensation. When the water evaporates, it becomes invisible, and then it reaches the cold air and quickly turns back into water droplets. So actually, this misty stuff is tiny, tiny, tiny water droplets. So yes, I need to write down all of the parts of my investigation. I form my science question. Does water freeze on contact? I make my beginning claim or my beginning idea or prediction or hypothesis about what will happen. And I have questions along the way. I also search for evidence that will support my argument to prove if my claim is true or not. Okay, trial 1, 2 cups of boiling water, and the temperature is 140 degrees and rising, almost 150. Trial 1, 2 cups of water. The temperature is about 150 degrees. I'm not sure I saw freezing. I see condensation and steamy stuff. I have to get back in the house quick. It's cold out here. This trial, I'm going to try a little bit cooler water. And it looks like it's stopping right around 132. Okay, let's go. Say hello to a little doggy. Here we go. My door was stuck earlier. To work fast. Don't want the water to come out too much. Okay. Here we go. Right, switch hands. Ready, set. Well, I couldn't see a thing. Maybe next time I think I need to pour it right in front of me instead of throwing it. Trial 2, I decreased the water temperature. I included the same water volume. I could not see freezing very clearly again. Made my observations. And what am I going to change next time? I'm going to pour, not purr, the water. Spelling error. I need to fix that. Trial 3, 2 cups of water back on the stove. I'll try 132 degrees again. I believe I can't see it very well because I'm trying to hold the camera and pour the water and throw the water. So this time I'm going to try to throw the water or drop the water right in front of the camera. Let's see what happens. So I'm changing my variable. I'm going to keep trial 3 the same temperature water, but I'm going to change how I throw the water because I can't capture it with the camera. I am holding the constant. I'm keeping 2 cups of water the same. I'm going to keep the same water temperature and change one thing. Trial 3, back outside. I'm getting my steps in. Here we go. Well, that was a failure as well because I believe there was too much volume being poured out. I definitely need to throw the water. I think I might try a spray bottle. Changing my variable again. However, I can't make the water too hot because it might melt the spray bottle. Trial 3. 2 cups of water was held constant. The temperature was held constant. My variable was that I poured the water instead of throwing it. And my next idea. I'm wondering if I'm using too much water. So I have reduced the water to 1 cup. Then I will go and make a trial 5 with the spray bottle based upon these results and after I review the video. Okay, so the water is starting to heat up. And I haven't lost my patience yet. Trial 4, tracking snow in and out of the house, less water, see if I can throw it. Here we go. Based upon those droplets that on the ground, I'm thinking it's not really freezing instantly. So now I think I'm making my way to some results. I believe that horizontal patch of substance was frozen water. I don't have enough evidence as to if there's a pattern to the temperature which caused the freezing. And I don't really have enough evidence if it was the volume of the water that caused the freezing. It could just be that from my camera angle, I noticed the freezing. So I have a lot more questions to consider, but I can make a final claim. It was difficult to observe the trials without slowing down the video. But in trial 4, I definitely saw frozen water. The reasons why. So that condensation was that misty stuff that I saw, and it was hard to tell if it was frozen or not. So what do I do now? I'm looking for a pattern. I'm desperately seeking to find out if the water temperature is going to cause the water to react in a certain way. So should I always just use boiling water? Is there an ideal temperature? Are there things that I notice that happen with increasing and decreasing the temperatures? Another thing I need to do is I need a partner. My camera was way too shaky. It was really hard to control that variable and capture if the water was freezing or not. But I'm most definitely thinking that in all of those other videos I saw, I'm really not so sure if I saw frozen water or not, or if the people making the videos were just saying that that misty stuff looked like water. What do you think? Furthermore, I think that I was pretty much in charge of my learning. I was independent. I was fluent with my science talk. My science claim, I believe I answered it for myself, and I think I can argue my claim with another scientist. So what do you want to try, boys and girls? See you soon.